When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
And we're live from the living room as Doug eyes up the matchday spread. He's reaching for the buffalo wing. Perfect! Hang on, what's this? Oh, he's gone for a can of Pepsi too! Incredible! What a finish! Sensational combination! Look at the delight on his face. There's no doubt about it. It just tastes better. Match days deserve Pepsi. Food deserves Pepsi. Grab a pack of Pepsi Zero Sugar for today's match. It's poetry in motion.
Kat very excitedly ran into the room and said, "There's only 2 more weeks before Halloween quarter starts."
And Halloween decorations are already out in stores. I am loving it.
Came back from, what was it, Ross? And they had their...
Marshalls,
yeah. They had their Halloween decorations out already. That's impressive.
You reacted differently than I did.
Well, you squealed.
I did.
Yeah,
and you went, really?
Well, it just seems like yesterday that we were doing our live Halloween show at the Den Theater in Chicago. Mm-hmm. I haven't even unpacked my suitcase yet. But yeah, we're getting pretty close, and that means we're getting close to our Halloween special.
This is one of our favorite things that happens all year long. Every year at Halloween, we play your stories.
And we're going to give you a little preview of how that works if you've never heard the Halloween special before. And this comes from, we're going to have to give Debbie from Tittybong, Australia, a special title like Australian correspondent, or she keeps us informed about what's going on the other side of the planet, and we love her for it. Good morning, my beautiful people. I just had something spooky happen in the last few days, so I thought I'd pop in for the Halloween special, because if I don't do it now, I'll forget. I have the memory of a sieve, and I'm likely to forget it if I wait any longer. Hope you two are keeping well. I hope you know how special you are to us out here. You're one of the king and queens that we didn't know we needed. You've created a safe home for all of us beautiful freaks to come together and find somewhere we belong. You make us beautiful freaks not feel like freaks at all.
Debbie, that's enough.
Thank you for being the two beautiful people you are. Keep on keeping on, and may we all find the love and respect that you two have for each other. Aww. Love to you both. Debbie at Tittybong.
Howdy doody to the King and Queen of Oddities and all their loyal subjects. It's Debbie from Tittybong here. Thought I'd send in my spooky story for this year's Halloween special. While it's fresh in my mind, it's only just happened, so I thought now's the best time to do it. So a little bit of backstory. A very dear friend of mine, Brianna, passed away 18 months ago. I got a phone call at 2 or 3 in the morning from her husband, who was very upset and said she was extremely unwell, didn't know what to do. So I drove over to their place, and unfortunately, despite our best efforts at CPR, we weren't able to keep her alive. So unfortunately, she passed away on the kitchen floor. All right, so now back to present day. Her husband has gone away on holidays, as they did every year. And while they were gone, I would always look after their animals, which was fine. So the other day I went over to their house, went in the back door, which leads straight into the kitchen, and I could smell her body lotion, her perfume. It was just one of those smells that you knew belonged to a specific person. It was Brianna's scent. So I said hello to her, and I went about feeding her dogs, which were her babies. They were her pride and joy. She loved them. So I fed them, and then I wandered down to the other end of the house to feed their canary. And when I came back, I noticed the kitchen light was on, which I know I didn't put on. It was a beautiful sunny day. I didn't do it. So at first I thought, someone's been here. And then I looked at the kitchen table and there was an ice cold Coke Zero on the table. And I'm not sure where it came from. Pretty sure it wasn't there earlier. But it was so cold, it even had condensation on it, on the outside. So it was like it had just been taken out of the fridge. It was ice cold. So I walked around the house, calling out in case somebody was there. And I couldn't find anybody. And I thought, okay. So I turned the kitchen light off. And I thought I'll do one more sweep before I leave. So I went around to every room in the house again, turning the lights on, checking the rooms, turning the lights off. When I come back to the kitchen light was on again. Now I remember turning that light off, so I'm not sure what was going on. But there was nobody in the house. So I just turned the lights off and left again. But I will leave it up to you guys to decide if you think Brianna was there with me that day. Or if I'm just psycho and did things that I don't remember doing. But the light I can understand. Maybe I flicked it on and forgot, but being a bright sunny day, I'm pretty sure I didn't. But I know definitely I did not do the Coke Zero, as I don't drink Coke Zero, I drink Diet Coke. So if I brought it with me, it would have been a Diet Coke, not a Coke Zero. So I'll leave it up to you guys to decide what you think happened that day.
I'm a Coke Zero gal myself.
Right.
So maybe in spirit I was visiting you.
Could be.
I don't know.
And it always comes back to my feeling, when I hear stories like this, my feeling that we get signs all of the time, but really we're not paying attention or we're not looking for them. And so maybe they're happening constantly and we just don't notice.
Or maybe we see things that don't exist because we're looking for signs.
You are such a killjoy.
We got some beautiful pictures of a Great Dane named Ghost, and I'm going to go ahead and say it once again. I know I've said it before, but always send me pictures of your dogs.
Or any animal that you might have close proximity to.
It's true.
We've had some interesting ones. People sending us pictures of deer in their backyard or a beaver in a farm pond that apparently made themselves at home.
I also got a screenshot of a text exchange about Ghost, the Great Dane.
Which is a great name for a Great Dane.
Oh my gosh, Ghost has been farting so much. Oh, nice. Yeah, even after he pooped a bunch outside, he had the trotting farts out in the garden.
Oh, no.
And you know how Great Danes walk? They do trot. And you can see how that each footstep would cause like a... I can just picture it. What a handsome boy.
I think of it as patrolling the perimeter when I do that. What a beautiful puppy. Oh my gosh. Thanks for the pictures. Hey, Jethro and Kat, this is Chris from Gypsy Tide Collective.
Hey!
Yay! Shanna and I were absolutely thrilled that you enjoyed the candles that we sent you. If you missed that episode, they sent us some beautiful Kat and Jethro Box of Oddities prayer candles. It was a lot of fun putting them together based on little things that we've picked up from listening to the podcast over the years. I was listening to one of your recent episodes where you were reading listener stories about creepy experiences in the hospital, and it reminded me of something that happened to me years ago that I've never been able to explain.
Ooh.
This would have been around 1995. I was in downtown Savannah, Georgia. Okay, right there, that one sentence paints an ominous atmosphere.
Savannah is spooky.
It is haunted AF. So I'm on my way to an appointment that I honestly can't even remember anymore. But what I do remember is that I was running late. If there's one thing about me, it's that I absolutely hate being late. I'm with you on that. Now, if you've ever driven in Savannah, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, I'm fairly convinced one of the requirements for getting a driver's license there is demonstrating complete disregard for everyone else's schedule. Traffic was terrible. Parking was somehow even worse. It is tough to find a parking space in downtown Savannah. We've only been once, and we stayed at a hotel where fortunately they had complimentary valet parking.
Fortunately, yeah. Also, the best smelling hand soap I've ever experienced in my whole life. But that's another story.
Eventually, I found a spot about 3 blocks from where I needed to be. So I jumped out of my car and started speed walking like I was trying to qualify for an Olympic power walking team. About halfway there, a homeless man stepped out from behind a wall and held up his hands just enough to stop me. He politely told me that he was hungry and asked if I could help him get something to eat. Well, I'm not proud of what happened next. Frustrated, flustered, and worried about being late, I told him, "I'm sorry, I don't have time," and walked around him. I made it 6 or 8 steps before that little voice in my head kicked in. "Chris, you can't do that." So I turned around, saw him walking away through the crowd, and I started following him, calling out. He never looked back. The strange part was that I couldn't catch him. He wasn't running. He wasn't even walking particularly fast. It just seemed like the crowd melted out of his way while simultaneously deciding that my sole purpose in life was to weave around every tourist Savannah had to offer. After about half a block, he turned right into a dead-end alley. I actually remember thinking, perfect, I'll finally catch up to him. So I rounded the corner. He was gone. Not, I couldn't find him gone. Gone. The alley was a dead end. Old Savannah buildings lined both sides with brick walls. There weren't any doors. There weren't any passageways. At the end was a single dumpster pushed up against another brick wall. There was literally nowhere for him to go. I looked behind the dumpster. Nothing. I looked underneath it. I even opened the lid and looked inside. Still nothing. He'd vanished. To this day, almost 30 years later, I still can't explain it. Did I somehow lose sight of him? Was there something I completely missed? Did my stressed-out brain play a trick on me? Maybe. But I can tell you this, not one single time since that day has somebody asked me for help getting something to eat that I didn't immediately stop and help if I was able. Whether that man was exactly who he appeared to be, something stranger, or just someone who unknowingly taught me a lesson I'll never forget, I honestly don't know. All I know is that I still think about him. Anyway, hearing those stories on your latest episode made the memory come rushing back, and I figured if anyone would appreciate a good what the hell happened there story, it'd be you two. Keep up the amazing work. Thanks again for everything you do. That's Chris from Gypsy Tide Collective. Wow, Chris.
For some reason, that reminds me of Scrooged. Do you know what I mean?
Niagara Falls, Frankie, baby. It's a very Dickensian lesson, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love it. Thanks, Chris. Kind of reminds me of the story, and I've told this a few times over the years, when I was really sick. I went into a coma when I was like 6 years old, and it was in northern Maine, and the weather was really bad, and a friend of my dad's had a private plane and flew me to Boston Children's Hospital in the storm, and they followed behind in the storm. And my dad and mom had never really driven much in downtown Boston, and if any of you people have driven in Boston, you can sympathize.
It's worse than Savannah.
Yeah, it's worse than Savannah. My grandfather told my dad, just drive to get across the Tobin Bridge and hail a cab and ask him to take you to the hospital. And on the way down, it was so stormy, the only thing they saw on I-95 for 300 miles, the occasional snowplow. That was it. There was nothing. And so they were worried when they got to Boston they weren't going to be able to find a cab. So my dad drives across the bridge, like my grandfather said, and parked right in the middle of the bridge with the engine running like it was waiting for Dad was a cab. And Dad asked him to take us to the hospital. He led them to Children's Hospital. Dad parked the car, came out to pay the guy and thank him, and he had gone. He was gone. Now, it'd be really cool if I could say there were no tire tracks in the snow, but there were. We just don't know.
That also reminds me of Scrooged.
Yeah, it could have been David Johansen.
Probably.
Driving that cab. Who, by the way, interestingly, his alter ego, Buster Poindexter, had a big hit in the 80s called Hot, Hot, Hot. Remember that song?
Obviously.
Yeah.
Hot, hot, hot.
And before that, he was the lead singer for the New York Dolls.
Yeah.
If you look at the earlier photos of him when he was the lead singer for New York Dolls, he had a very Steven Tyler / Mick Jagger kind of aura about him. Very interesting.
Absolutely.
Well, if you know anything about us, you know that we have weird eyeballs.
We sure do.
And so it's important to us, if we're going to have to wear glasses, to look good.
And you know me, I'm frugalicious. So I will sometimes put off buying new glasses because I don't want to pay for them. But that is not a problem anymore because of Zenni. Zenni is an online eyewear shop. Prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30.
And we have just ordered our Zenni glasses.
It was super easy. You go to zenni.com, pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship right to your door.
And they start at under $30.
No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. You don't have to watch someone wait for you trying on glasses.
Over 150,000 five-star reviews. And if you've never bought glasses online before, Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly what your frame is going to look like on your face, or in my case, my big fat face. What I have found is that I can't wear the round frames. It makes my face look fatter. I wear the rectangular frames that are a little more oblong.
You look beautiful in anything that you put on your face. But Zenni sure does help. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time.
Go to zenni.com/podcast and use code podcast15 for 15% off your first order.
The styles do sell out, so don't sit on it. That's zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15.
Since we moved back from Ecuador, I've stepped up my fashion game. Trying to buy clothes in Ecuador was a challenge for me because everybody's so tiny, you know.
Were known in the neighborhood as being melon head.
But in Spanish.
Cabeza de melón.
So since we've been back, I've been repopulating my wardrobe and updating it, and I've been doing it at Quince, and I love everything they have.
Your blue shorts that you got from Quince, they're just the right length, so you've got a little bit of that Magnum PI thigh going on, but not too much, and they always look good, even if I don't fold them right away. Just stay in the laundry for a while.
Yeah. The best summer pieces are the ones you end up wearing on repeat, and those shorts, one of them. Comfortable, versatile, and somehow right for almost every occasion, without the traditional retail markup.
I have a perfect linen dress that I got from Quince because it is lightweight, it's breathable, it looks good. I just keep reaching for it in my closet.
You get quality, you get affordability, and they also have bedding and bath products.
Quince isn't just clothes. But man, do I love their clothes.
Make your summer wardrobe feel easier. Go to quince.com/oddities for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns.
Now available in Canada, too.
Yee.
That's QUINCE.com/oddities for free shipping and 365-day returns.
Quince.com/oddities.
Katie sent me a TikTok, Instagram, it doesn't matter. Katie sent me a video of a woman with an absolutely gorgeous voice recording a voicemail for someone named Kelly. And Katie wrote, "So this gave me an idea. How much I gotta pay y'all to record my voicemail? You'll get total creative freedom, by the way." Well, obviously we will do that for you for free.
Yeah, that's, whoa. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
No.
Sorry.
We'll do it. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that'd be great.
I thought you were going to call me Chicky for some reason. Hold on there, Chicky.
Kat and Jethro loved the podcast the very first time I heard it years ago. Enjoy catching up when I haven't listened in a while, and was listening today as I was driving home from visiting my mom when Kat mentioned needing more excuses to use A1 sauce. Sounds like something you would say. I thought everyone ate it on cottage cheese.
Oh.
Great lunch with sliced tomatoes. Gerald Ford's favorite lunch.
I have never thought of that, and I'm definitely going to try it.
It sounds like it would be a really interesting combination of taste and feel. I'm definitely down. Don't know if that meets freak standards, but thought I'd share. Also,
I think so.
As a pet lover, I'm sharing my family pooches. Keeping my freak on in San Antonio. That's from Shelley, and beautiful puppy pictures.
Now, I don't love tomatoes, though.
What could you... With cucumber? No, that wouldn't work. You do like a caprese salad.
Well, there's enough other stuff to drown out the tomato.
That's the best part. You like fried green tomatoes.
Yeah. Again, enough other stuff to... Maybe I could do the cottage cheese with A1 and fried green tomatoes.
Oh, well, there you go.
All right, then. I got a link from Mandy to a book called How to Talk to Your Dog About Murder. Hello, my lovelies. I came across this book today looking for something new to listen to and immediately thought of cat walls. Hope all is well. Love, Mandy. I love that. That's it. I'm going to have to read that now. Thanks.
Hello. I've written to you before under the name Mace. Yes, Mace, of course, we remember you. But I've changed my nickname again, so it's now Becca. Oh, okay, Becca.
Amazing.
This past June, my family went through 2 losses. First, it was my dog, who we had to put down. It was for his own sake.
Yeah.
She had quickly developed masses around a disintegrated tailbone, that wouldn't allow her to pass anything. Then about 2 weeks later, my granny died. That gave me a weird sense of grief because for the last 5 years, she was diagnosed with dementia, and I barely remember anything from middle school down. She was diagnosed in 2021 when I was 13, 14. So I had a weird grief of not remembering her before she started deteriorating before us. My best memory of her was actually talking to her due to the dementia, asking if I was starving myself after not filling my plate more. After my granny's burial, me and my mom took 3 roses from her shroud and put them in cups of water. When it started to wilt, I noticed one of my roses had a heart shape to it. Immediately, I took some pictures and sent it to my mom. She told the funeral director, who was a close family friend, and he said he had never seen anything like that before, and that it was definitely my granny sending her love. And after that, I swear, a few times, I heard the sound of my dog barking or whining like she wanted to go out. What's even weirder about those experiences was that I'd been hoping to get signs from my granny and my dog. I had gotten into the feeling one night and started wondering why some people got signs and I didn't. But I guess I did end up getting them. Attached is a picture of the rose, and the last picture I got of my gorgeous girl.
I love that.
Becca, that's great. And that kind of touches on what I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Maybe there are signs all around us. Maybe we ask for them and then they happen, but we're just not paying attention.
Emily sent us a message. The dun-dun sound is my text ringtone. It really threw me for a loop the first few times in the episode. LOL. Sorry about that, Emily.
Yeah, Kat's ringtone is the theme from Unsolved Mysteries. And occasionally when that comes up on the TV, she goes and looks for her phone. Hey, guys, found this nature trail and walked all 0.6 miles in July heat. It's at the Little Trees Car Freshener Corporation in Watertown, New York. All told, better to do it this time of year. In the winter, you have to look out for black ice. That's from Tim. And he sent like a Google Maps aerial view of where this is, and the trail is shaped like a Little Tree car freshener.
No, it's not.
It is. Bring it up on Google Maps.
Googling it now. Oh my goodness. That's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Talk about marketing.
I love that.
I wonder if they did that before global satellite views. Pretty cool.
I am obsessed. I love that.
This episode is brought to you by Tidy Cats, here to level up your litter game with their new Performance Plus lineup. Your home is your happy place, your cats, VIPs. So when it comes to the litter box, excellence isn't optional. Choose from products that specialize in max power clumping, low tracking, or odor fighting so advanced, stink won't see it coming. Tidy Cats Performance Plus. Mission mighty, keep it tidy. Shop now at tidycats.com.
Hey there, I'm Travis Hoyam, one of the hosts of Motley Fool Hidden Gems Investing. Each weekday on Motley Fool Hidden Gems Investing, we talk through the business news you need to know and the stories moving stocks on Wall Street. On weekends, we game plan personal finance strategies and dive into the industries shaping tomorrow and host the experts, authors, and executives that understand them. Tune in for insights and a long-term perspective on investing and, of course, stock ideas, plenty of them. To quote a listener, it pays to listen. Check us out and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hey, Kat and Jethro. I recently was introduced to your show by Melanie, the woman I've since fallen in love with.
Aww.
I absolutely love your chemistry and all the interesting facts that you present. Since I keep hearing you say we could send you some suggestions, I thought I would, in hopes you haven't covered this story. I'm only on episode 11. So here it is. The topic is the November 5th, 1983 Byford Dolphin incident. And it says, have a wonderful day. Love from Canada. Okay, it's a French name. I want to try to get it as correct as I can.
Okay.
Médoric. Forgive me. So I'm looking at this suggestion, and I'm going to give you a brief synopsis of what happened. And you tell me, Katrina Walls, if you think we should do a deep dive on this story, and there is no pun intended.
Okay.
4 divers were inside a pressurized chamber system, and 2 others, the dive tenders, were outside operating the equipment. The diving bell had just returned from a dive and was connected to the chamber by a short passage called a trunk. Before the bell could be disconnected, every hatch had to be sealed and the pressure equalized. Instead, one of the external retaining clamps was released while the entire system was still under pressure. The instant the clamp opened, the system went from 9 atmospheres to normal atmosphere pressure in less than a second.
Ew.
It wasn't an explosion. It was the opposite.
Is that the end?
Yeah, I could give you more.
Where are the dolphins? Dolphins save the people inside?
I'm sorry, I should have made that clear. The Byford Dolphin was a semi-submersible drilling rig which operated in the Frigg gas field in the Norwegian sector of the North Sea. Ooh, I don't know what it is about the North Sea, but it terrifies me. Whereas the Caribbean sounds great. I guess what I'm saying is
There's no dolphins.
There's no dolphins. Just the name of the drilling rig.
That sounds awful.
Yeah. What do you think? Should I do a deep dive on it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Médoric. I will do that one. And if you have suggestions of topics that you think that we might enjoy doing, even if you think maybe we've covered them, send them anyway. We'll sort it out. Curator@theboxofoddities.com.
That's also where you can email us if you want to share your Halloween story. Just record it on your phone, send it our way, and get ready. Halloween!
Like Australian correspondent Debbie at Tittybong did.
Thanks, Debbie.
We'll see you next time.
Until then, keep flying that freak flag.
Fly it proudly, you beautiful freak.